Brooklyn Independent Television.
Inspired by the age-old nursery rhyme, sisters Melissa and Emily decided to open 4 and 20 Blackbirds, a pie shop in Gowanus. Whether it's by the slice, whole baked to order, pie for dinner, or pie for dessert, doesn't matter, you won't be disappointed because it's all good.
My name is Melissa Ellison, and we're at 4 and 20 Blackbirds in Gowanus, Brooklyn. 4 and 20 Blackbirds is a pie and coffee shop. We focus on seasonal specialty pies, and we also have coffee and baked goods. We make great scones and muffins and some savory pies too.
The name 4 and 20 Blackbirds actually came from the nursery rhyme, Sing a Song of Sixpence, which has a line in it that is about 4 and 20 blackbirds being baked in a pie. We liked the sort of dark and light tones in that particular nursery rhyme, and we didn't really know of anybody using it in reference for pie.
Emily's my older sister. Our mother ran her restaurant with her 2 sisters and her mother, so it's family businesses are in the family. Today we're going to make our farmer's cheese pie. We start with farmer's cheese, which is a soft curded cheese.
And to that we're going to add some eggs and some fresh picked thyme, some really good honey, and a little bit of half and half and a pinch of salt, which are all the savory side and then a little bit of the sweet from the honey. So I've got half the eggs here. We're going to go ahead and put them in with the farmer's cheese and start incorporating them while I crack a few more. So you're going for kind of a smooth texture with the cheese. We do leave a little tooth to it, so we're not like blending it with a blender or whipping it down to a fine, whip, but we're mixing it in really well just by hand. While she's doing that, I'm going to add a little bit of the half and half. So that's about a cup. So then we'll add a good pinch of salt to that. We're going to add about a half a cup of honey for a little sweetness. It's looking good. And to finish, we're just going to sprinkle some of the fresh picked thyme on top, kind of add a pretty generous amount. So all of our pie crust is made from scratch and by hand and rolled out by hand. So here we actually have a pie shell ready to go that we've rolled out and pre-baked slightly so that it's nice and done when we put the farmer's cheese filling in it. And we'll bring that over here and go ahead and fill it up. All right, and so then from here, we go into the oven. So we'll bake it for about 10 minutes to start so that we can keep an eye on it and make sure it's not baking too fast. We're both born and raised in Hecla, South Dakota, a small town in the Midwest. I came here to study sculpture at Pratt Institute, so I've been in Brooklyn for about 11 years.
Our mother owned a restaurant while we were growing up, so we spent a lot of time there. Our grandmother baked all the pies there, so she was really well known for them. People came from surrounding towns to have her pie. We were always in the kitchen. Our mom granted us a lot of freedom to experiment and do whatever we wanted. So yeah, it's always been something we really like to do.
A lot of our customers are people that have been in the neighborhood for a very long time and are excited about having something, a community coffee shop in the area.
When our customers come in, we really hope that they just take a moment out of their day, to enjoy a slice of pie, some coffee. When we found the space, it was an empty space. We started renovating. We discovered all this great tin, which really sets the tone. So we kind of worked off of that.
We brought in a lot of salvaged wood. The countertops are salvaged wood beams. Our chairs are old refurbished chairs, and put everything together ourselves, really. Just kind of went on instinct and what we thought would work. The kitchen was designed and built to make pie.
All right, so our pie is done. We're just going to take it out of the oven. It should be nice and golden brown on top. And it should cool to room temperature before you slice it. So our pie is cool now. We're going to slice it.
It slices really smoothly. Now we have to work the magic of getting the first slice out, which is always a little tricky. Oh yeah, and there you have it. You go first.
All right.
Try a little.
Perfect.
Not bad. Our biggest focus probably with pie is fruit pies. We like to do flavor combinations that are more than just one thing. We like to do salty and sweet, or savory and sweet, or sort of unexpected things.
Hey Emily, do you want to salt this?
Sure. There's about a tablespoon. The most popular pie by far is the salted caramel apple. I think everybody likes apple pie. We didn't really expect that would be the most popular pie, but it definitely is a hit. It's a crowd pleaser. It's just our take on a traditional pie. So, people don't always want a ton of crust. We're already pretty ample on the bottom crust and the crimp, so we usually just stick with the lattice. My first exposure to Gowanus as a neighborhood was when we started the Gowanus studio space. I'd probably been to Lowe's or something, but I didn't really think about it as a cohesive neighborhood and what it is exactly. I feel like it's a unique place.
Right in the immediate neighborhood, there's a lot of places to go. There's the Bell House, which is right across the street from the Gowanus studio, and they have great events there. We like Bartano, which is just up the street. We ate a lot there during the renovation of this place.
It's an exciting time to be down here. I think we feel very invested in the neighborhood, and it feels like home to me, and it always has, from the beginning.
Download this program's podcast on iTunes. Keywords Brooklyn Independent Television.